we are going to look at the stitchery. Now, she is going to want to make a quilt, and she's going to want you to embroider something on a piece of material. So let's check it out and see what she wants you to do.
Things change when you're down in the valley. Don't lose faith, for you're never alone. For the God on the mountain is still God in the valley.
Kind of family, but also I grew up in a family of 9 people. We frequently had to run the dishwasher twice a day. I did just place you in front of the cabinet that I need to get into. Great planning. But yeah, as an adult, I'm very squarely in the zone of don't do the dishes until there's enough dishes to fill the dishwasher. And since there's only 2 of us here, and quite frankly, we don't cook all that often, that only happens every 3 to 5 days. Okay, you can go back over there. Topic of the moment, community project. I'm really excited about this. I have several YouTuber friends, or just YouTubers that I watch, that have done some sort of community project in the past, and it's always gone really, really well. It's always been such a cool way to bring together your viewers and let everyone contribute to some project. And I was always like, that's so cool, but I have 0 ideas for a community project that I could do that would work for me and for my viewership, etc. So I had kind of lightly mentioned that potentially my next annual patchwork project could be a ball gown, some sort of giant, over-the-top, big skirt, all made out of patchwork. And as I was musing over this possibility the other day, I was like, hey, wouldn't it be fun if you put a bunch of embroidery on this giant patchwork ball gown? You know, I put like 1 little piece of embroidery on my patchwork overalls, I believe it was, and that was really cute and really fun. And then I realized, wouldn't it be even more fun if you put embroidery really freaking all over this ball gown, and it was not just your embroidery, it was everyone's embroidery. So this is what we're gonna do as a community project, and I'm really freaking excited about it. Starting with the posting of this video, there is a P.O. box that is open. That address is going to be in the description. It will be in the description of all of my videos going forward, so it's easy to find. I figured this is something that's small enough that it should be relatively easy and inexpensive to ship, because you could theoretically even get it into a flat envelope. Check on that. It does have to weigh like under an ounce, or like 1 ounce tops and stuff, and only be like 1/4 of an inch thick, so definitely double check. But I think if you're doing like one fairly flat, small piece of fabric, you could possibly get it into a regular envelope and pay very, very little in shipping. Here's what I'm asking for. There are 2 options. Either a 2 by 2 inch square. Sorry for everyone around the world. Ooh, should I do this in centimeters? Okay, no, I'll put the centimeter measurements up, but we're gonna stick with inches. I apologize. A 2 by 2 inch square, or if you want to do something bigger, a 4 by 4 inch square with seam allowance. So the embroidery itself that will be visible on the patch needs to be inside the borders of 2 by 2 or 4 by 4. Please include at least 1/2 inch of seam allowance all the way around the sides. You can put in more, you can give me a chunk of fabric with embroidery in the very center, that's fine, but like if you just give me a 2 by 2 inch square with embroidery on it and no seam allowance, I won't be able to use that because it'll be too small. When it comes to fabric type, please make sure that it is something non-stretch. And fairly sturdy would be better, but if it is stretch or like a thin kind of flimsy fabric, just put a non-stretch stabilizer or interfacing on the back, which is already something we do when we're embroidering anyway, so that the embroidery is better or easier. But you know, just make sure that it's fairly sturdy and stable so that I can use it without it stretching out of shape or falling apart. Other than that, there are literally no requirements, no rules. Like, use any color of fabric you want, patterns, I don't care, any color of embroidery floss, any type of floss. You can do any type of embroidery, like you want to do beading or gold work or something like that, go for it. But also, if this is your very first embroidery piece and you've literally never tried it before, also go for it. Like, I do not care about skill level. I don't care about what you stitch. You can stitch something meaningful to you or funny to you. You could literally just sign your name in thread. Like, I'm not kidding. Go for it. I think that's what most excites me about this, is seeing the vast variety. I just want to see what people will stitch. And it's a small enough size, you know, it doesn't even, when you embroider, it doesn't fill the size generally. I guess you could fill the size, but like 2x2 or 4x4, they're pretty small, so that it will not take a lot of time. I don't want people like investing huge chunks of their life in this. It's supposed to be a fun little project. I probably shouldn't talk with the water on, but I hope that it'll just give you a little something fun to work on, and I think it'll look so freaking cool to make this patchwork ball gown that has embroidery from who knows how many people. I mean, maybe it'll be 5 people who send stuff in, maybe it'll be 500. I literally have no idea. No one ever knows how these community projects are gonna go when they put them out, and everyone tends to be like, let me not get my expectations too high. But that's why I like this idea, because the skirt, the ball gown, whatever, will be patchwork regardless. And if I get 5 pieces of embroidery, then I'll scatter those throughout. And if I get 500, I'll scatter them throughout. It'll be more or less embroidered depending on how many people want to participate. And then when it's finished, there will be so much like little detail to look at. And ooh, this is making me excited. Now, embroidery is a super slow medium, even if you're doing something small. So like time-wise, don't worry about it. Don't rush. I'm not guaranteeing that this will be my next annual patchwork project. It might be the one after that. It's going to very much depend on how much I get, how my year goes, what all is going on. So at the very least, you have until like the end of summer to send me something for it to still be included. The end of summer 2026, I should say, for people watching this in the ether. Oh my god, there's a really cute bird outside. More likely though, you have like 18 months to send me something. I might even not do this project at my typical annual patchwork project time. It's very open-ended right now, so don't worry about timing. If you want to do this 6 months from now, like if you're hoping to participate, but if you're busy right now, you got plenty of time. Yeah, I'm almost done with the dishes here, so let me dry these, and then we can move on to topic number 3.
Alrighty. I have parchment paper, and I'm going to start this thing out, and I don't need that much. I would say that this right here ain't even what I need. But I'm going to fold this in half. Yeah, I hope I can just go ahead and tear it and it'll be okay. Oh, it won't tear. Alright, maybe that'll work. Alright, I got a picture of a girl right here. Now, she said the biggest piece that she said she wanted at 4 inches. So, right here is my thingamadoodler. And I think what I'm going to do is try to get this out of the way. I'm going to put it right here in the middle. And I'm going to go with 4 by 4. So here is that one. And then we're going to go all the way down to 4. Alright. Now I'm going to get this side. Let's see where, okay, there's that. And that. Alright. Now I got my little thing there. That shows that I don't really get to go over it. But I can pretty well much see, don't do that, see where I have, where I can put it at. Alright, let's see, I'm gonna have to take, and I'm gonna cut this down, right about there, across. I need to get me a pair of scissors. Don't do that. Alright. This is the only pair I got in here. I ain't got some other ones in here. Alright, let's see what we can do about cutting that down. Alright. Now we're going to put this one right here at the top. And I'm going to cut this one down. Alright. I'll put a peg up here. A peg over here. There, now I've got it. And I think that my marker is going to be way too big. We will try that out in a little bit. Let's get a pencil though. Alright, let's see what we can do about trying to draw it out. I don't know how well I could do it. I'm not too good at drawing. Never have been.
Quit now.
Okay.
There's a roof up above me. I would just wait to play. There's a roof up above me. I would there's shoes on, food on my table. There's shoes on my feet. Yeah, you gave me your love and I thought that get her out of there.
Alright. I think I got it done. That right there. I think that will work. Don't leave anything out. I let that one sleeve off. So we need to make that sleeve right here. Okay. I think I did it. Now the only thing I didn't put was the things that's right down the side here. I didn't do that. Or the feet. I think that turned out pretty good. Alright. Now, there is no way I'm going to get anything on a 2x2. That's a 2x2. There's no way. I cannot embroider on something like that. I ain't got no mechanics, no hoop to put it on. But I do have this 12.5 by 12.5, and I think that this right here will work fine on it. Alrighty, let me go find me a hoop and everything else, and we'll see what we can do about getting started. Alrighty, I want to show you what my embroidery box looks like, and so maybe you might want to make you one. Alright, I've got all my colors in here that I am not using. Alright, at the time. I have what I need to get, if I ever need to get any more, what colors that I need. And I have my pins in here, and I keep up with my pins because this is the type of pin that I use. They're really small. Let me see if I can't get one. And believe it or not, right now, I can't hardly see them. But this, ooh, that piece of paper works good. Little tiny needles. I think the little needles work better. But I'm going to have to see what I can do about threading them or getting Rick to thread them. Alrighty. Let's go on to the other side. Now all I have to do is just flip it over. And I have a whole bunch here. So, now, what I have is 2 needles per thread. No, don't take it away. Don't. Alright. I have, let me see if I can find one that I have ready to go. No, leave me alone. No. No. I have, no! Damn it! Alrighty. Now, I take the whole roll that was down here in the bottom, and I roll it around one of these. Okay. Then I take, and I split it up, and roll it around another one, and then I take 1 or 2 threads, however many I want, and then I thread my needle, and then that way I have all 3 of them together. So there's 3, no, you can't have, no. There's 3 cards per thread. Okay. So you got one that you put your big one on, and then you put your littler one on another one, and then you put your needle on the other one. And that way you've got all of them together. And all you have to do is look at the number, and the number will give you what color that you need. Why aren't you going down? Okay, there we go. Alright, so now that we have this part over, I hope. I can't remember if I put everything in there or not. Thank you, Amelia. Alright, now we have this right here. I'm going to put them over, hopefully she'll leave them alone. Alright, let me go find me a hoop. Alright, now I have my picture, and I'm put it right in the middle of this. And I'm going to pin it down so that it won't go nowhere. Or to put glue on it. No, it won't work. Yeah, glue won't work. It'll come loose. Yeah, I see that. No, you don't need no pin. Alright, let's see what we can do about putting it down. No, you're not going out, pretty boy. Buddy, I tell you what, it's been a rustic day around here, that's for sure. I don't know what happened, but sitting here, it got dirty. There's not much I'm going to do about it. When I get done with it, I'll probably end up cutting it down. Amelia, calm down. I'll probably end up cutting it down to cut that part off. Alright, now I got that done. And I'm going to try to put this underneath it to where we can work with it. See? Now I got my picture up there, and I can play with it and get her done. Alright, I'm going to quit for right now because it's not working too well with her. So, I'm just going to call it quits for right now. Hopefully I can do this. I am going to start with her hat. Now, when we do this, I'm going to want to take each part of it, and like the top, I'm going to want to go this way. With this little rim, I'm going to want to go this way. And then with this one, I'm going to want to go this way. Because it will show off the hat a whole lot more than what, you know, it'll show it off. It'll give it a pop. Alright, now, I already went through and I found the number 107. So let me find the rest of it. Here's the 107. And 107. So here I got 3 things here. And one has a needle on it. This one is just part of it that I have to rethread my needle. And this is my bulk. So this is what I'm going to start with. Make sure I don't get the needle. Alright. We're going to open it up. And it is a little bit. See here, just a little bit. Now, either you can use 2 strands, or you can use whatever you want. I have 2 strands here, and I'm going to start with it. Even though it's just a little bit, I only have a little bit to start on that. So, I'm going to open it up, make sure I don't already have a knot on it. Alright, and then I'm going to put a knot in it, because I don't, which is I would say, good thing. Alright, I'm using 2 strands, and, wait a minute, where are you at? Why are you doing me this way? Okay, there's my, okay, there it is. Alright, I'm going to start with right here in it. I'm going to have to stick it up here right and see what I'm doing. Get it right. See there, we're going to start right there. And I am just going to take it and start going down with it. And making little stitches. God, I wish I could see better. It's hard not being able to see in the house. Alright, I'm going to sew this down. I want to be able to see it, so I'm going to have to get underneath the light. Alrighty, as much as I would love to do this, I cannot do it. I cannot see. I'm sorry, I got cataracts and everything. I want to do it, but hopefully I will remember this later on down the road when I have my eyes finished. But I cannot see, and I cannot do it. So this is a way to do it, if you can see. But somehow I got one thread. Where's the other thread at? Somehow I cut it. I probably cut it on this thing. But I can't do it. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I want to, but I just can't.